there, my name is Emily Good and I am here to talk about a book today that I think that you should read, especially if you are a female mom, either in the beginning stages of your motherhood or at the later stages, like your kids are grown up. I just think that for me, this book really touched me so much as a female, even when I was 20 to now being a 30-year-old. And I'm going to tell you what that is, and I'm going to tell you about the book so that you can make your own decision, but I think that you should read it. So it is Angry Housewives Eating Bonbons. So I've already made a video about this, but I just wanted to really hone in on the fact that this book is amazing. And here's why I think that here's what it's about. So it starts out in the 60s, and it is basically all these women live on the same street, and they get started with a snowball fight, and it all just kind of goes from there. They all figure out that they love to read, and so it takes you through their starting of a book club. It's their starting of a book club, and so it spans over the course of, it goes from the 60s to the late 90s, and it takes you through all of these different women's lives, point of views. They get into fights with each other, they fight for each other. It's just a really lovely story about finding your village as a woman. And I know that for me, I have not found mine. Motherhood has been so lonely for me, and I think that if I had these women on my street and we could start a book club together, my life would just be so much better off. So I have envy for these women, but I love them each. I love all of them so much that I'm just end up being happy for them. So it follows Faith, Merritt, Kari, Audrey, and Slip. They're all completely different, and they all have their own stories of what each of them are doing. They're all fully fleshed out characters. You truly end up getting to know them. My two favorites are Audrey and Merritt. And all the characters. So Audrey is your slutty, hot, vivacious friend who teaches you to be confident as well. Merritt is your absolute 10 who doesn't realize that she's a 10. She's super sweet and ends up having some issues of her own, and I really love the way that Merritt surprised me several times in the book. You don't think that there's much to her, but then she shows you that there is, and I just love her for it. Faith has a secret that she's hiding from everybody, and you really are able to see the way that it weighs down on her. Slip is tough. She's super tiny. She's red hair. What is she called? A Spitfire. She's got all these causes that she's super passionate about. One of them being against the Vietnam War. And then she has a family member who gets involved with it. So that was a really cool moment too. Kari is the group mom. She's older than everybody. She's super good at making desserts, and she ends up finding her own way through womanhood and motherhood as well. And was that everybody? I think it was. Yeah, I think that that's everybody. And it's just such a wonderful group of characters. Like, you see the way that they come together, and some of them are closer than others, but they're all just like fully there for each other. It's the friendship that you wish that you had. And it's a book club. They're always reading different books that they write about in here. And I kind of think that that is what I have to say about it. So I'm just going to say, though, that as a mom, as a lonely mom who loves to read, this book really gave me the escape from my reality that I needed. And like I said, this is my third time reading this book, and it hit me the hardest this time, probably because it's the most relevant to my life right now. And so, yeah, I highly recommend you read this book. I really would love to see this more. It was published in 2003, I looked up. But it's just so relevant. It's just such a great book, and I really would love for more people to read it. And if you have read it, if you would just let me know that you've read it, and let me know if you liked it as much as I did. Did it have as much effect on your life? I really feel like this affects my life every time I read it. The first time I read it, it stuck with me all these years. So it's such an important book to me. And this is the last time I'll talk about it for a while, but please check this book out. I do not believe that you'll be disappointed. And I also wanted to introduce something else. I can't remember if I've ever posted about this before. I took such a long break from BookTube that I don't remember what I posted about and what I haven't. But this is my reading journal. I made it actually a while ago, and I just wanted to kind of introduce it to you. This is going to be where I write down. I haven't been consistent with it at all this year, probably because I had a baby in February and then things just kind of fell to the wayside. But I'm getting back into it, and I'm just going to journal my thoughts about the books that I've read. So each month I'm going to put in the books that I've read. I made this. This was actually an old hardcover book. I don't remember what it was, but I Mod Podged fabrics to it, and just made it really funky. I have these little skulls that just add a little weight, a little whimsy to it. And yeah, so you may or may not see more of this. If you'd be interested in junk journaling videos, that's what this technically is a junk journal. Let me know, because I really love that, and I can make another one and show you how. But yeah, that is what I have to say today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you check out Angry Housewives Eating Bonbons. It's so worth your time, and let me know if you do. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye.